All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dowell. Um, I'm going to answer this particular statement this morning, and hopefully, when I answer this, hopefully it's going to bring strength to you, and you know who I'm talking about. So I'm going to answer it for the whole. Um, in this world, too many times more often than not, for some reason or another, I don't know if it's because of rejection. Um, I don't know if it's because of wanting acceptance so bad that you're willing to be abused again and again and again, be it physically or emotionally, by those who you desire love from. Let me give you some wisdom from the Apocrypha, the books of the Apocrypha. Over in Ecclesiasticus, the 4th chapter, verse 22, it says, "Accept no person against your soul, and neither let the reverence of any man cause you to fall." Listen, here's wisdom. The Bible teaches over and over again, after the first and second admonition, what do? You reject. The reason why you do that, because the scriptures in itself and the experiences of our people from the past, they're trying to give you wisdom going forward so that you won't experience these same pains again and again and again. There are people out there, like I said before, in this world that have literally gone stark raving mad. We have a bunch of undiagnosed schizophrenic bipolar people that's full of hold on a nail, oh shoot, mental illnesses. We have a bunch of undiagnosed mental illnesses that are taking place in America, and you would literally have a lot of ignorant people that's trying to run the show, unintelligent people. Now, all you have to do is just look and see the way that the world does. The Bible teaches that the children of the world are wiser than the children of light. You go to a job, you don't perform. It's nothing personal, but what does that job do? That job fires you for not performing. Does it not do that? All right. If you have a person that comes against your person twice, two of them times, the wisdom teaches to reject. Not only that, I have experienced, I can't tell you how many times in the past, I just had a recent experience where someone who they turned around, they left the ministry, said they stepped back. That's what they did, said they stepped back. Okay, good, we can receive that. They stepped back. Come back and for some reason had it up on them, want to explain to everybody why they left. Nobody here cares. Nobody cares why someone left anything. We just don't. But for them, it was important. And so you'll have people that will become your enemy through who knows what it is, envy, jealousy, or you're just simply not doing things the way that they think. Once they attack you and your person, and when it says against your soul, we go ahead and put it on up to the mind, the will, and emotions, or anything that you stand for. When it says don't accept them, don't accept them. Don't accept them in your life. Don't entertain them. Leave them to themselves. Let me tell you something. When things get really, really bad, and it's going to get bad, there are a lot of people who have burned bridges in my life that's going to be seeking refuge with me, and they ain't getting it. I am not about to accept someone who has chosen to become my enemy into my home. I'm not going to do that. That is unintelligent. Now, mind you, listen to my next statements very carefully. I have people that may be my enemy, but I don't have any. One reason why I don't have any enemies is because they're not worth the time and the energy and the effort. I'm too busy doing the work for the Most High Yah and continue to keep building. While other people are tearing down and dividing, Pastordowell is doing the building, just like the book says. And remember, the Bible says, by their fruits, you should know them. It's ultimately, you're going to see this. Whenever you have to reprove, rebuke, and correct someone, they're going to get offended because they think things ought to run their way. And it's amazing. When they get offended, they're going to go run to social media network and tell their side of the story. Yet again, and when you run to the court of public opinion, mind you, there ain't too many people out there in the court of public opinion that is actually intelligent. It's up to you to discern good and evil, right and wrong. But if somebody comes against your person, don't accept them in a third time, because there's a spirit in them. There's a spirit in them. And while they may seek for the time being, because of emotional distress, your favor, deep down within their heart, they're looking at how they may try to overthrow you. And this is wisdom. And if you follow that, you'll keep yourself from a lot of heartache and trouble. Many times in the past, my heart has gotten away with got in the way of people and stuff, but it won't never do that again. And so that's the reason why I teach people, listen to the wisdom of the book. Because when you go against it, you're openly going to experience pain. And remember, we're supposed to be here in a life of peace, in a life of joy, and a life of happiness. And there's no happiness outside of actually performing that book. Sure, you can go through life, and you can actually, do the family thing, do the church thing, do the economic thing, do the religious thing, do whatever you want, do the social thing. When it's all said and done, I've watched people die over and over again. And if that void to where that spiritual man has never been filled, let me just put it like this. I've been around to watch the wicked pass away, and the wicked is those who deny the Messiah, Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. And then I've been around to watch those who have known him and lived for him. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's two total different perspectives and opinions, because it's amazing what death does. Death causes people to fear. And when that day comes, it's a little too late to make up all the hedges and the stuff that you have created. But there are people who have literally burned bridges with me that would never cross again. And you would do well to do the same. Don't play this Christian philosophy stuff where you become a doormat for people over and over again to keep on stepping on you and using you and abusing you. You will be a fool. Accept no man against your person, and let not the reverence of any man cause you to fall. That is wisdom. And once someone becomes my enemy, because mind you, listen to me, I'm not going out here making enemies of people. I just don't do that. I'm too busy working, too busy doing other things. But people have made me their enemies, and I'm glad to know that they have let me know that they are my enemies, so that way I don't have to spend time discerning. But once I see that, you don't have to worry about me accepting them again. I just learned another valuable lesson. Even after you meet y'all's conditions and stuff, there's still a spirit in man. It's utterly remarkable and amazing. So guard your heart, and it won't be trampled on by the ignorant and the unlearned. And you'll have peace in your life, and separate yourself from the world and those in the world. Because, you think, listen, living in the world, living in sin, running out here, running your mouth, wearing makeup, pants, jewelry, and all this other stuff, hee and haw and stuff, that's easy. The world does that. You want to know what's difficult in life, but it brings the greatest peace? Is to live in the set apart life. When you live set apart, you want to really truly want to know what strength is. Instead of talking about living this word, do it and see what happens. You're going to find out if you have any strength or resolve at all. And that's the truth, and that's the truth straight way.